morning. So, quarantine day 892. So I'm started doing my vlog up again, changing a lot of. Quarantine's been good for me. That's what this video is about. Is I actually want to talk about the quarantine, my feelings about it, and I'm gonna make coffee while I do it because everything's about coffee. Oh my god. Anywho, I want to just talk about it, and I've got some new gear thanks to an awesome supporter. So we're testing out my gear for my new vlogging and all that sort of stuff. So I'm super excited about that. So anyway, let's make some coffee. So while my water's heating up, this is my new pour over. Treated myself during this pandemic. Anyway, I've always done French press. I love French press coffee. And then I heard a lot of good things about pour over, so here we are. It's not like that cool Chemex one, but you know, whatevs. It's a Bodum, I think. Bodum? Same brand as my French press. So I really like it. It's big. Oh, I need to like clean it better. Ow, why is there a whippet on me? Get out. So I'm very excited about my coffee maker. It's got a little thing you're supposed to put in it so the coffee doesn't come flying out. I never put it in, but you know, whatever. And then you're supposed to swirl it. So it agitates the coffee. That'll be enough for my multiple cups of coffee. So anyway, quarantine, right? This is May. No, it's not May. It's April. This is April 24th? 24th. Yes, 24th. You know, we've been in, obviously everybody knows, you know, we've been doing the quarantine thing since March. No agility trials, no anything. At first, you know, like, I was able to do a trial right before the shutdown. There was one trial we were able to do. And then that's been the last one, and now, you know, everything's pretty much, as far as my calendar goes, everything is canceled through May now into the 1st of June. And, you know, things change, so you don't know, things could, you know, change in June as well. So my first quote-unquote trial will maybe be mid-June, maybe. And then July, I have trials in July. You know, so first, obviously, and I'm going to say this, I hope nobody takes offense to this video and goes, oh, you know, she just doesn't care about anybody. Obviously, this is awful for small businesses. I am one, right? Like, NADAC is a small business. I, myself, teach seminars, classes. You know, my source of income stopped. Like, so I work for NADAC. Part of my income comes from NADAC. But a whole bunch of my income and what I use to pay a lot of my bills is my seminars and my online classes and all that sort of stuff. And so, you know, now instructors are all teaching online classes, so that market has really flooded, which I completely understand. Like, I helped other instructors start teaching online classes because we need to pay our bills. And so that market is now just flooded. I have no seminars, and I will probably end up canceling my seminars for the rest of the year. I have a couple of seminars that they're drive-to seminars, along with trials, where I have my own camper and all that sort of stuff, and I don't have to fly. But flying right now does not sound like something I want to do. So my flying seminars, I'm considering canceling them, even though they do range out into August and September. I don't know. I'm still processing everything. This whole thing is awful for people. We all need to work, and beyond essential people, which I cannot thank enough our healthcare workers and all our essential people at the grocery store. Every time I have to go to town, which I try to limit to the least amount possible. I try to go in, get my groceries that I need, and not go back for a couple weeks. I thank every one of them I see. I think that's just, it's huge, right? And then, yeah, we don't have money, we don't have income coming in, businesses. I feel bad for the restaurants, for my coffee shops, all that sort of stuff. I feel awful for them. So let me get that out of the way first. This is not a good thing for those businesses. I am doing this video and talking on a personal level. Me personally. So please do not twist this video into saying that I think that this is a great idea and blah, 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 and the shutdown is fantastic. No. For me personally, parts of the shutdown have been great. But as a country as a whole, I understand why we are shut down. I totally get it. I know we need to flatten the curve. I get all that. But my heart breaks for small businesses. Absolutely breaks. As me and Chris try to figure out ways to keep NADAC afloat through all of this. It is an extremely stressful time for business and for that aspect. So this video is about me personally. Okay, guys? Let's make coffee. So we gotta dump our grinds. The one thing I do like about this is the Chemex has its own paper filter. This is its own filter. I don't have to buy filters. So I just dump the grinds into the garbage and then rinse. I know you're not supposed to rinse coffee grinds down the sink. These are it's very little. It's a minute amount that is going down. So I just run the filter. So then it feels a little bit more earth friendly than using a bunch of paper filters. So yeah, I did like the Bodum for that it just had its own filter. So it has a spout, and I usually just pour it out, but we'll use this little thing this time. You're supposed to pop it in, and it keeps it from you getting wild on you. No, it dripped a little bit. Ruh-roh. Oh no, now it's down inside my cork thing. Oh no, I'll take that off. Okay, so anyway, so there's coffee. And it stays kind of warm. I could have splurged and got the double-walled one, which I could have just left this bad boy sitting on the counter for hours and he would have stayed warm. By the time I drink this, and if I'm ready for a second cup, it's kind of warm. It's not real warm. But the double-walled one was much more expensive, and do I really need it? No. It was not a need, it was a want. So, there we are. So anyway, me personally, this break from agility has been fantastic for me. Now, I will say, missing my friends, missing trial atmosphere, my two favorite trials of the year were in April, and it was in Sheridan. That is absolutely my favorite trial. We have another trial in July that I'm hoping things will be safe enough for us to hold in July. But I love those Sheridan trials. It's my favorite venue. It's my favorite people. And so I was extremely bummed to not be able to go to that one. I was looking forward to that. But, obviously we could not. So that made me sad. But this quarantine, as far as I'm home, April I was not going to be home at all. I basically left the 1st of April, and whether I had a seminar that I was fly home. We drove to Sheridan. From Sheridan, we did the trial. Then we went and we had a trial in Vegas. Then we went back to Sheridan. And then I think I had another seminar at the end of April, flying. And so, I was gone this whole time. And then May starts in, and we've got multiple things happening in May. So all that's obviously changed, and all that has been canceled. So what have I been doing? Nothing. And it's been magical. My dogs are having a nice rest. We usually during the winter, I try not to trial them at all from pretty much November to February. I try very hard. If they do trial, it's 1 or 2 every once in a while. It's their time off. And so this has been an extended time off for them. They're still working. I'm still training them. I'm doing, trick stuff with them, agility training with them. Wally's continuing his agility training. But it's been lovely. A break from agility and to be blatantly honest, a lot of the drama that goes on with agility, and I've been feeling very, very just brought down last year, especially with agility, just in general. Some of the things that are happening with people and egos, and I've been feeling just run through the mud, and I was getting tired, and I was very tired. This break, I think, has been lovely for me personally. Again, as I said in the front of the video, I know this is not a lovely thing for a lot of people. I'm talking about me personally. I've been able to get a lot of work done. I've been able to finally start into my Patreon group that I absolutely love. It's what I've been wanting to do. Is a monthly subscription group where I can hone in what do you want. You have a say in what you want from me, as far as, do you want to, this week, what do you want to learn? And I love that. And I love my group of people that are in there right now. And so I'm feeling good. This has been a nice break. Am I concerned about things like championships? Yes. Number one, I hope we can hold them. Number two, qualifying because of everything happening. Obviously, the qualification has changed quite a bit, so I'm not concerned about qualifying. I will get on a bit of a soapbox here that, in my opinion, I'm training my dogs, and we're working on their skills. Once they have a skill, I don't feel the need to drill it into the ground. Trials for me are a place to go and test things, right? Did I really teach those weave pulls really well when I'm 25 feet away? Does she really know how to hold her contact if I run by in a trial situation? And there's so much stress going on right now of, we have to be able to get to trials, and we have to be able to, what's the word I'm looking for? We have to be able to trial in order to go to champs, and I'm the opposite. I'm if I didn't have to trial to qualify for champs, I would just train my dogs and go. I know this sounds awful, but if your dogs know the skill, they know the skill, right? If you have trained the skill and you have trained it to that degree, that you have trained it that your dog will do a set of weave pulls when you run by at 25 feet and you throw a ball, that's a high level, high pressure, high adrenaline situation that is echoed in a trial. So there's so much stress over, this needs to be changed or this needs to be lifted because, oh my gosh, what if I only get to trial one time before champs? There are people who I personally know, one person in particular comes to mind, that maybe goes to 5 trials a year if she's lucky and goes to champs. And then there are people who trial every single weekend. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, but I also think we need to realize this year is much different. And I also have always believed that if you have taught a skill, you've taught the skill. So that's my little soapbox. So many things I'm seeing on Facebook and so many stuff coming through. I just don't know what to think. I don't know. That concessions need to be made because we don't get to trial before champs, or, what if we only get to do one trial or whatever. My opinion, and I know this is going to upset people, if you've trained it, you've trained it. You do not need to drill your dog into the ground in a trial to prove it. My rule of thumb for my dogs before champs is I do not trial them. And happy for me is probably at least 5 weeks before champs. They get rest. The last of August, and then and now I have a Labor Day trial that I absolutely love. It's my favorite trial, along with Sheridan. Those are my 2 favorite trials, is going to Butte and going to Sheridan, and Butte is Labor Day. So once I've done that Labor Day trial, my dogs do nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't trial them. I sure as heck don't trial them right before champs. I want them to rest. I want their bodies to rest. I want their bodies to heal. I want their mind to rest. I want them to decompress. So for me, a lot of times before I started doing that Labor Day trial, the year that Tri won Super Stakes at champs, she didn't trial for 6 weeks before champs. 6 weeks. I had nothing. And that was the best year we ran. And in my opinion, it's because she had a chance to just chill. So that's my little thing. And so quarantine has been good for me in the fact that there is no trialing. I've been training my dogs. I've been spending time with them. I've been doing things that I have been wanting as far as I've been cooking a lot. I really enjoy cooking and baking. And I've been improving my online stuff. And I've been seeing a lot of sides of people on Facebook that make me sad. So I've quit a lot of Facebook as far as, the incessant scrolling or going through Facebook. I basically log on, check my Fluid Motion page, check the NADAC page for anything I need to do on either one, check my personal in case somebody's tagged me in something that I need to know about. But I don't go through Facebook anymore. It makes me sad, so I don't go through it. So I don't want to deal with it anymore. So I play on Instagram a lot. I've been updating a lot of my stuff. I want to do my vlogs on YouTube. I enjoy doing this stuff. Whether you guys like watching me sit here leaned over a counter for 20 minutes, I don't know. But yeah. So here we are. Now, I just got a shower, obviously, and you can tell, look at that. My hair used to be blue. It's yellow and green. I think it's stylish. So yeah, I know quarantine is not great. I understand, like, I'm hurting in other ways, as far as, business and money, but me personally, mentally and emotionally, this has been great. I needed this. I didn't know I needed it until a couple weeks in. I'm like, you know what? I needed this. Just a break and I'm sure somebody's going to take offense, but I mean, no offense, but a break from dogs, a break from dog people, a break from the drama that seems to follow dog shows. A break. This has been great. And in that same note, I miss everyone, right? Like, I miss going to trials. I miss my friends. I miss all of it. So don't take it like, oh, Amanda hates everyone. No, but breaks are good, right? What's that saying? Something about, they say it to couples all the time. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? It's that. If that makes any sense.